Hello my amazing viewers, you're welcome back to this channel where we bring you updates on the political happenings in Nigeria. In my previous videos, I've always told you guys that as we focus in the tribunal hearing in court of law, let us not forget that we also have some other cases in court, especially for the governorship election. We all know that in Lagos State, Governor Sawolu rigged the election. We all know that GRV, the Labour Party governorship candidate, was the rightful winner of that governorship election, but APC rigged the election and declared Governor Sawolu the winner of the governorship election. So I want to tell you guys that GRV, the governorship candidate of Lagos State, have been trying his best, to reclaim. They also have some cases in court of law, and some witness has come out to say that Governor Sawolu has been voting without PVC, which means Governor Sawolu doesn't have any PVC. He is not registered. He doesn't have any PVC, but he is voting without PVC, and that's a big red flag. So on the other hand, we also have some other cases of Labour Party in Enugu State. We all know that Labour Party won that election, won a clean election in Enugu State, but they rigged the election. So before we get into that, let me quickly tell you that Rufai of Arise TV has come out to say some certain things about the insecurity in Nigeria. If you look around, you will notice that we have been having some robbery case and all of that, kidnap case. Armed robbers will kidnap somebody and demand for a ransom, even demand for a ransom of an amount that they know that the family of the person they kidnapped, the family of the victim, cannot even offer such amount, yet they will demand for such amount. So now Rufai of Arise TV has come out to state some facts there. He also gave his own opinion on what can be done in order to stop the insecurity in Nigeria. Anyway, let me leave you guys to watch the video. Then when we get back, we continue.
And a lot has to be said as regards insecurity in Nigeria. We entered this new wave a couple of years ago when someone was killed in Borno, and the killing of this man led to a great level of insurgency. But let's dial back to the 80s. Something happened in the 80s when a riot was started by somebody of Cameroonian extraction, Metseni riots. And after quelling those riots, there was a panel of inquiry set up in the 80s. And that panel of inquiry did say that if we do not stem the tide of poverty in the 80s in the north, that is going to snowball into something bigger. A couple of years ago, we're not talking about bandits. Today, they are the order of the day. Now, kidnapping has been added to the fray. Now, nationalist movements have sprung up because of the consistent injustices done across the land. And every region had their fair share. We all remember the case of Igboho. So, how do we start to solve the problem? Number one will be about rejigging the security architecture. Secondly, looking at the economic outcomes for a lot of people. Thirdly, bringing fairness and justice back to the country. Because it is fairness and justice that can truly quell those agitations. And it goes back to the talk about Nnamdi Kanu. And other people that feel disgruntled in this country. We should always ask, why is it that we have an easy ground for people that feel disgruntled to have people to join them? Have we been fair to ourselves in our union? And it's not today when we're having the problems. So until we start to solve the problem of injustices, then the military will just keep punching and fighting with force as much as possible. They'll keep buying armory, pounding. But there is a lack of love in the land. And a land where there's lack of love, the only stream that flows are the streams of blood. We need to bring unity back to our land. And I think that's the deeper issue on the table.
Rufai of Arise TV has been one of the top-notch journalists we have in Nigeria that's always stood by the truth, regardless of the repercussions he might get from the so-called politicians. Let me just call them so-called thieves that stood in the name of politicians in Nigeria. So now, guys, I will show you a video of one of the Labour Party spokesperson in Enugu State. He will tell us about the ongoing court hearing in Enugu State. Like I told you that Enugu State won, Labour Party won the governorship election in Enugu State, but their mandate was stolen, likewise the presidential election. So let me leave you guys to watch the video. Then when we get back, we wrap off.
They count all the distance. PRP won, followed by Labour Party. And I'm saying that INEC allotted votes. They shortchanged us and declared PDP winner. And this is the first time in the history of governorship election in Nigeria whereby election material will be taken to Abuja. And then the return officer claimed that he was announcing the result based on authority and instruction, a superior power, not based on the truth, not based on what is on the ground, but an order from the above.